In Singapore, singles can only buy government housing when they reach the age of 35. But the trend is that more and more people between the age of 22 and 39 years old are moving out on their own. And today we have with us somebody who's in the creative line, and he needs to buy his own space where he can express himself.
Hi, I'm Iskandar. I'm 26 this year. I consider myself as a content creator because I create contents for brands and I play in a pop-punk band called Martians. So mainly I write pop-punk music for my band and I just enjoy doing all these. I've been living in Woodlands all my life. This house, I've been living in it for 14 years already. In my household of 7 people, it's not that I don't love them, I do, but I think I'm of age to move and live on my own. So what I would look for in a place is 70s vintage aesthetics, plants all around, unique tiles, but with modern features. To cater all these peripherals on my desk, it has to be 2 meters, so this table is actually 2 meters long. I don't really need a big kitchen because I rarely cook. I just need a nice office and a space for my band members to work in.
Iskandar, what's up, man?
Hi, Mike. I'm
Nice
good.
to finally meet you. Yeah. This is Gaylong, man. I wanted to bring you to a place that had the heritage, that feel of what you're looking for, and Gaylong definitely has that.
Yeah, it suits my vibe. I like retro styling and
Yeah.
this is it, I think.
We're also very near Paya Lebar, which means we've got 3 awesome malls, so you can get some shopping done, lots of eating around here. You're really gonna like it. But let me tell you something, outside is important, but what's more important is what's inside this place, because that's where you're gonna be spending most of your time.
Yeah.
You ready to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. All right, Iskandar, let's see our first place here. Yeah, I see a smile on your face. That's good.
It's nice, it's nice.
Okay, so here's what we have here. We have 1,070 square feet, decent size, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, which is nice, and you've got a much bigger living space. So right when you walk in, you'll notice we got that vibe that you're looking for, old school.
Yeah, I can sense it. It's very 70s.
Yeah, and that's what you want. And then we've got the tile here. I don't know, is this tile 70s to you?
Yeah, I really like the pattern. Like it's very old school.
Right.
Yeah, like-
and that's your vibe, old school. You're
Yeah.
digging the 70s because you're a rocker, and so your influences must be from back in the day.
I watch a lot of that 70s show, and I like how they decorated the place.
I
It's
love
so
that.
messy but clean.
So that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we definitely have that vintage vibe. If you see some of the furniture in here, it's got a vintage vibe, and that just gives you ideas. You can do what you want if you were to move into this place. And then we have the breeze blocks up there. So this is covered breeze blocks because we have AC,
Right.
but you can always open them up.
Yeah, it's very rare. I don't see this around, but.
Yeah, this place was built in 1975.
Oh,
Yeah.
so suits the 70s vibe actually.
Exactly, so that's what you had back in the 70s and the 60s is the little breeze blocks so you can get some airflow into your place, otherwise you're just gonna be constantly sweating. By the way, because we have 3.2 meter ceilings here, it's not that wide when you walk in, but because the ceilings are so high, it gives you that feeling that it's a nice wide entryway. So if we look over into the living room, you'll see that there's an awesome doorway here, and if you look through it, it kind of gives you that gallery vibe, showcasing the living room. What do you think?
Wow.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, nice.
Check the doors out though. I just wanted to show you these, right? Like, look. Oh. So they work great. Soundproof too, as you can tell. So what's your vibes here? What do you feel?
I love the mismatch prints all over, like from the frames to the throw on the sofa, and mismatch is cool. Yeah, it's better that way. I actually add more plants, like maybe here.
So you like a natural, kind of like,
I think plants make the room look so much
Warmer.
Yeah, warmer.
and then over there, you see that gate behind there with the stars on it?
Oh yeah.
So that is old school, man. That's the original that was on the outside of the window in the master bedroom from 1975.
Oh.
And so they just took it off, repurposed it. They're like, no, we're not gonna get rid of it. Throw a little paint on there, make it look rustic, and it's a centerpiece in the room.
Right.
So little things like this give you ideas. So over here we have the master bathroom. It used to be part of the living room. It wasn't a bathroom there. This bathroom was actually built from scratch. And in the old days, houses used to have only one toilet, which is the one that you're gonna see later on in the kitchen. All right, so first thing I want you to notice when we walk into the master is not the master bedroom, but the door. Okay, you see the detail on the door? That's old school, that's 70s right there. This is the original door that came with the place. Obviously new fixtures on the door, but
Nice, okay.
yeah, that's why it's not just a flat, simple door. You got a little texture on there, you got some molding, so it's nice. And here we are, the master bedroom. Get a lot of light, nice big window right behind the headboard. And again, we've got that kind of 50s modern style furniture in here. And again, I just can't stop mentioning the 3.2 meter ceilings because
It's too high.
Yeah, it is high. It's like, oh my goodness. But look how much storage space you get because of the height. So what's your vibe of the place?
It feels very cozy, but I'd honestly put more plants, maybe over there and there. A bit much of wood around, but
Yeah, well, we've got the vinyl flooring in here, which is meant to look like wood. Well, then get yourself a metal bed frame.
yeah.
And you're all set. So, but does it feel comfortable?
It does, very homely, very cozy, and yeah, homely.
Okay,
It
good.
does, yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I need you to feel. Okay, so this is really cool. If you look at this door here, it goes out to a Juliet balcony, which is kind of, Romeo and Juliet. And it actually gives access to the other room. So you can go through a couple different doors. You can go through that door, or you can go through the balcony. I don't know why you'd go through the balcony, but hey, you can. Let's go do it. So here it is. Pretty
Wow.
nice, right? Yeah, cool. And then if you notice the tile on the floor, the same tile that's kind of woven throughout the home, which is a nice touch on the balcony.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here is the second bedroom, which they have repurposed to be an office slash reading slash workout area.
Right. Nice.
So good size, right?
Yeah.
What would you do in here?
I like this setup. I like how this is an office. I have a desk setup at home. I work with a 2-meter table.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have 2 screens. And I think I move all that here.
So you got your whole studio set up. You could make this such a cool studio room.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I'm thinking you have the couch in here, so people can watch what you're doing creatively. You guys can write music in here.
A man cave.
Man cave. You're all set here. All right, cool. I'm glad you like it. Here's your potential kitchen. So who usually cooks at home?
Oh, my mom does.
Oh.
Yeah, not me. I'm not good at cooking. I only know how to do eggs. It's nice though. Maybe I'll leave it as it is. But again,
Learn to cook.
yeah, maybe I learn to cook. I can do that.
This is what came in 1975. You have the old school toilet separate from the shower. That way somebody can take a shower while you're using the restroom,
Yeah.
if need be. So you've seen the whole place. What do you think?
Overall, the house is very cozy. I totally live there. I love the mismatched prints and how it's scattered throughout the house. I can imagine myself having my friends over and just chilling over there. The living room, the dining area, it's all nice and bright in the day. I bet it's gonna look cozier at night. My favorite part of the house would be the balcony that connects to the office room. I would do a lot at the office room. I love how spacious the place is. It's only I feel that the ceiling's a bit too high. I would probably do up some acoustics to dampen the place. So I don't know if that's gonna be a problem. Also, the only way to go up there is by stairs, and it's quite the hike, but other than that, it's all good.
So here we are on Bukit Drive, which is right next to Bukitima Nature Reserve. And I was thinking, you like plants? Here you go.
No, this is actually a bit too much. I like my plants in pots, so.
All right, fair enough. But the one good thing is we're about 10 to 15 minute walk from the Beauty World MRT. So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go take a look at the place. Okay, Iskandar, this is house number 2. And as you'll see, this is quite a different vibe from the first place we saw. And I wanted you to have kind of something different in order to make a well-balanced decision. So we have 1,325 square feet here. And this is a 3-bedder. And one of the bedrooms I think you're really gonna like because of what the owner did to it, which might be right up your alley. So this still has a vintage vibe.
Yeah, it
But
does.
it's a different vintage vibe. This is vintage UK, kind of taking it back to colonial times.
Right, yeah, it does, it does.
So, first thought when you walk in.
Manly, browns and blacks.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, well that's important. So we've got an open concept kitchen here. Then this is really cool because your friends can hang out and you can entertain them. So over here we have a nice display and you can put whatever you want up there. Trinkets, you know, your coffee maker, your tea kettle, anything you need up there. It's a really nice display shelf and you can also keep the cabinets closed or open because they slide and tuck back the doors. You've got a ceiling mounted corner fan there, which is a nice touch. It's that, you know, that old colonial vibe again.
That's nice, that's really nice.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you like that. And what about this? What do you think about the dining area? We've got plenty more room than the last place.
Yeah, I love to have my friends over and we'd eat and hang. And I just love the return chairs. It's,
Oh yeah, this is the old school vibe you're looking for, right?
yeah, these are very nice.
Yeah, rattan chairs.
Suits the table, wood finish and
Yep. This is an old teak that was redone, and it looks modern, but it still is an old teak. So it's really cool what they've done here, and they've got it all set up for us to have dinner, ready to go. You hungry?
I am so hungry.
And then we've got a nice piece over the dining table with a nice warm light in it. So what's your vibes here? What do you feel?
I think it's a bit dark for me, but I like the browns. I think the browns that are scattered around here is just nice, but the blacks though, I think it's a bit much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Totally understand that, and you know that's why we bring you to different places. I love that because you're into music. What do you think about that? I think that's called an old gramophone.
Yeah, I think so too. Does it work?
It looks like it works. You got to wind it up and give it a go. I don't want to break it, so we won't touch it.
It's not, yeah.
Do you have any vinyl?
Oh, I do, but it's not those. It's like the modern ones.
So you have a record player?
Yeah.
See, this would be great. You could bring it in here, maybe put it right there, and it's just kind of a showpiece. But you probably use yours, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Taking a look at the living room here. Now this is nice and big, plenty of room. Got a beautiful deep couch there.
I love the carpets. I like how this is different from this.
They layered it up.
Yeah, and then they layer it on top of each other. I love it.
So are you like a city boy or you like some nature?
I'm a city boy, but I like my nature to be inside. Yeah.
Outside, you also have your own little garden, so you can, you know, I don't know, put whatever plants you want out there. We're looking at Bukatima Nature Reserve right here. And they even say sometimes you might see monkeys climbing up onto the balconies, which is pretty cool. Or you might see them climbing up into the trees there. And I noticed you've been checking that room out over there.
Yeah.
I've been seeing you eye that room. That right there is what I'm so excited to show you about this house because I think this might sell you on the whole place. Just this one room. Let's go take a look. So this was originally a closed-off bedroom, and then they knocked out half the wall, they put a window bay in there, and so now you've got this room where you can see out into the living room.
Right. I've seen this online, a couple did it, and now I'm looking at it and I love it even more.
So what do you think about this? Is this enough room for your two monitors?
I feel I don't need that space, so I probably extend my desk and fill this whole space up.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so you can just make it your own. Amazing that you can fit a whole piano in here, a drum set, guitar, your desk. I just love this space. I think it says Iskandar, and I think as a matter of fact, we should put a sign that says Iskandar right there and make this yours.
Okay.
Like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, good, good.
Good room.
Let's go see the next room.
Okay.
All right, Iskandar, this is the master bedroom, and I want you to notice something. We've got black to match the floor in there.
All right.
And then we've got a light color to match the trim in here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then so you get a nice juxtaposition from the light colored trim to the dark colored cabinets, that black and white vibe again, right? And now we have vinyl flooring, but it's just beautiful, beautiful old wood, like maple look. So I know you're not huge into the wood look on the floor, but I think it goes with everything, breaks up the monotony of the black and white.
Yeah.
So this right here is an old school style bed. And this is what they used to drape mosquito nets over because back in the day, you needed that. And then there's a lot of room on the walls for your own pictures, paintings, just to liven it up. And you also have room for plants.
Oh yeah, top plant here, over there, yeah.
Yeah, right? I see how your face lights up when I talk about plants.
Because I feel like if I add any greens in a room like this, it will change the entire mood.
Right, I mean, I totally agree with you. There's also an absolutely gorgeous ensuite bathroom here. And it looks like a hotel. They did such a wonderful job remodeling it, creating extra space, extending the shower, and flooring is just gorgeous tile that runs all the way through the bathroom, into the shower, and up the wall.
Yeah, I love the bathroom. It's the best bathroom so far compared to the other house. Yeah.
Okay, come on in. I want you to just grab a seat here, okay? And look,
Wow.
you obviously don't have a daughter, right?
I don't.
Okay, so we're gonna have to take the soap sign down.
Yeah.
So what you have here is a loft bed, which is totally custom. You can see as they bolted it into the ceiling. So that's why it doesn't have any support on this side underneath.
Right, wow.
And that creates a lot of extra space for this totally cozy hanging area underneath. It's like you're in your own little cocoon here. And storage space under the staircase. It was just really well designed and a clever idea.
Oh, it's nice. I love it. I think this room has the best color among the other rooms. I love the color, the lights, the pillows. It really looked like it came out straight out of Pinterest. Yeah, I love it.
Now, what about the overall place?
What I really like about this house is it is very uniformed in terms of colors, as in from the living room to the other rooms. I feel like this house gives me this manly vibes and very dark-esque mood, which I like, but I'm not into. Something I like about the daughter's room is the floating bed, that loft. So I'd probably use that as my room, and I would convert the master bedroom to maybe a gym. I really like the studio room because I can imagine myself setting up an entire jamming area or practice room for my band. I'm already imagining removing the day bed and putting a bigger drum set and fill it up with more amps and speakers. And like I said earlier, I would extend the desk and make it into a full-on station.
We've seen an actual 1970s walk-up apartment all dolled up in Geylang, and a vintage-style home in Bukit Timah made just for a musician like Iskandar himself. Now that Iskandar's had some time to deliberate, let's hear from him.
So my favorite house is Geylang. That's the one I really like. Even though the ceilings are high, I feel like I can soundproof and do up the acoustics, and I think it's manageable. And I think walking up and down the stairs every day is good for my heart, I guess, for cardio. Yeah, I won't mind it, and I feel like my band members won't mind it at all. As for the house at Bukit Drive, I really like the practice room, the one that has the glass windows and glass door. I love that so much. However, I find the overall vibe a bit too dark and manly, and I prefer local vintage aesthetics as opposed to colonial vintage aesthetics.
Creativity is all around us. With the right design, we can make our homes our very own masterpiece. Thanks for watching Chic and Cozy, where you can live large, yet cozily. Bye.